Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a random battle. Sorry, I'm so used to saying ranked right now. A random battle in my summers, going over the matchmaking, threats to my ship, the double Des Moines, Worcester, Smolensk if it's smoked up near a cap, and 4 DDs, double gearing, double shimma. All of them, shimma's detection threat, gearings are obviously um a ship that can kind of match me in gun DPM. Uh, the theme for this battle, trying out new stuff, just like I did with Shimmy. Started out playing her as a torpedo boat, max torpedo DPM. Um, Started out with Summers that way. Wasn't really that impressed. So this is the first game I've played. I went and pulled a gearing captain off gearing, assigned it to Summers, and specifically tailored the build just for Summers, just to see basically how far I can get this boat to go. So right off the bat, you'll notice I'm not running RPF. Instead, I am running the usual survivability expert, concealment expert. I dropped RPF for torpedo armament expertise, uh, basic firing training, adrenaline rush, and I believe the last point was a throwaway I just tossed on incoming fire alert just because I'm testing it out. I did contemplate dropping adrenaline rush for demolition expert, um, but opted for adrenaline rush to try to get the torpedo reload down a little bit more as I take battle or damage throughout the battle. So right out of the gate, I I was located. I figured there was a DD pushing up on B. I'm trying to get my Des Moines to radar. I've got shots in behind this island, and I'm basically in a position where I can hurt this destroyer back there. But my Des Moines is being uh, he's doing some really dumb stuff right now, and he's trying to open water gunboat against Kreml or Kremlin. I still call it Kreml. Um, and a Worcester, plus a Republic shooting at him. He's not going to live long. So I'm just falling back. I've dumped some torpedoes in on the Kremlin, uh, throwing some torpedoes through this gap here because there's a lot of ships moving through here right now. Maybe I get lucky. Testing out the new controls I've added um, to OBS. We're trying to mute my coughs, that kind of thing. Um, so landed a torpedo on the Kremlin. One interesting thing about this build, because I'm not running torpedo uh, acceleration, I wanted a adrenaline rush instead. I do have the full 16.5 kilometer torpedoes. You just saw I just picked up a torpedo hit on this Smolensk here. Um, at the time, I obviously didn't know what I actually hit. I'm not looking at him. Now here with this engagement, take a look in. You've seen me shoot a few times in earlier videos. How do those guns feel? I'm talking about a 4.8 second reload on 8 guns. It feels pretty decent to me. It's not like, crazy be all end all reload like Daring or other boats like that. But it's respective once you've got 8 guns going. The problem is still that you do have pretty crap firing angles on the gun, so you do need to give up a lot of broadside or cut your DPM in half. Now here, taking advantage of having the triple launchers, just sending one out just in case the Kremlin decides to crash into the island, something like that. And at this point, I don't know really where the Wooster is. I'm just going to pull out. I haven't seen him shoot for a while. He could be rushing me. And honestly, I've been in this smoke a little too long. I've already dodged one set of torps. So, just going to kite out. Now, I do get spots here. This DD is spotting the Kremlin. Now, he kind of YOLO'd into the Kremlin. Maybe got radared. I don't know. But I'm seeing a cross torp situation with those torps coming into the Kremlin. He's going to have to angle a certain way to dodge those torpedoes, and my Moskva is making a grievous error coming around the corner, broadsiding a Kremlin like that. And I mean, even worse. Take a look. You've got a Hindenburg here, which the AP on a Hindenburg, if it catches you broadside, is no joke. You have a Montana that might be able to shoot over this island, and you've got the Kremlin. You're really going into a crossfire here, and I don't expect this guy to live long now that he's cleared the island. And I'm starting to think that this game's gonna be a loss. We're losing ACAP. There's just too many ships down here. These guys didn't really listen to the BC call at the beginning of the battle. They decided to go A. Now they're dug in, committed. They can't really get out. Here we go, DD on DD fight. Gearing, the average gearing player trying to pick a fight with me at these sorts of distances, I'm probably going to win just because, in general, I'm going to have a better aim than the average player. He is doing a fairly good job speeding up, slowing down, trying to, shake what kind of, what shots I've got coming in. And, it basically worked out that I got a little bit better on that trade. So I am going to push back in here to BCAP. It looks like BCAP's open. I still don't really know where the Wooster is. Actually, you see shots coming in from behind this island. He's still camping back there. He's just farming away. So I'm going to push into the cap and try to take it. Got the Gearing coming back. Gearing's going to be picking a fight with my Shima. Because the Gearing doesn't have smoke, that's telling me that it's going to be a fight to the death unless the Shima smokes up. Shima smokes up, so I'm providing vision for the Shima. Going to try to take some of these long-range shots. Straddled him there. Over there. Under there. Hey, hits. More hits. So, here I don't want to use the smoke. I know that I'm in radar range for the Wooster or very close to it. Last minute Gearing takes a shot. He's going to try to reset me. And I get radar detected, so the gunfight's on. So I don't want to poke out really behind this island. I do have to repair my engine. I don't want to be stationary. But just going to start kiting back and just take this trade further at long range. And unfortunately, my nice one-on-one gets interrupted by the Smolensk. He's pushing into my Shima's smoke. I didn't even see what killed my Shima. So, again, just kiting back. I'm on fire. waiting for my damage control. And my Hindenburg, he's in trouble. He's getting farmed by the Smolensk. This isn't a situation where you can push this guy. You need to turn and run. Flat out. I wouldn't even shoot in the smoke because your smoke debuff is so large that you're getting spotted at those distances.
The enemy is about to win.
So, another issue, we've got this Des Moines that's crossing the north. He's going to give this Montana shots on him. You're going to see him get reset down here. He's not healthy. He's going to be going down soon. He's basically chasing a Wooster that's kiting him. The Wooster's got all the advantage there. And that's a dead Des Moines. Now, I did briefly see the Shima coming, so I know he's coming. I know there's going to be a fight here. Got Torps out on the Smolensk. Land a Torp there. Didn't kill him. I know he's still there, so I'm just trying to angle to the Smolensk. And I'm shooting at the Shima. Again, closer in gunfight, you can really start to see some of the alpha and even the DPM in this case, with the reload starting to come down. What's my reload now? About 4 seconds, 4.1. And managed to trade out on a Shima despite really being at an HP disadvantage. Honestly, the game was lost at that point. That's more like it. That's what I'm liking seeing. Almost 1500 base XP. That DD damage really makes a difference with your XP. So let's take a look at the detailed report. That's about 3/4 HP on the Shima. About a third on the gearing. Call it not quite a half on the Kremlin. Jesus. And Smolensk had a pretty good chunk taken out of it too by my torpedoes. You can see how some of the trades looked with my gun DPM against some of these DDs. I gotta say, if I was going to play Summers, I would gun spec it. If you have to have RPF, I might consider dropping basic firing training for RPF and just keeping the reload module on. That would be more of you're gonna take this thing into clan battles or maybe ranked, and you really want to have RPF on it. I can see the value in that. And 10% DPM, it's really nice, and it really helps with this 6-second reload. By the time you get it down, it really does chop a lot of seconds off the gun reload. The issue is that you're gonna win. You're gonna win more games with your torpedoes than you are your guns. The guns are for this boat are gonna try to get you into good torpedo position because you don't have superior concealment like the Shimikazes or Yagumos. You're gonna run into stuff that it has more gun DPM than you. And then with your gun arrangement, it's not like you can angle away and be a hard to hit target. You've got to give a lot of broadside, and it opens your ship up. Most importantly, to guys that are good shots, they can hit every part of your ship and avoid the saturated areas of your ship, so they're constantly doing full damage. And that's the real critical thing when you're talking about the guns here, is that the boat does not have a lot of HP, and it also doesn't have a lot of ways to mitigate the damage. Like Shimakaze, you can just angle away and they saturate your stern, they hit a bunch of your AA mounts, your torpedo tubes, your gun mounts, but all of that stuff absorbs either all or most of the damage coming into your ship and adds a significant amount to your lifespan. You can't do that with Summers unless you're going to cut your DPM in half, and that can get really rough. Although sometimes it can pay off if you're just gonna play it real tight, just be really hard to hit. Maybe half your DPM can be enough. Um, it's a judgment call, and it really depends on how good the other player can actually hit you, um, as well as also how good your aim is. If you need all of your guns to make sure that you're getting decent damage out, um, you know you're losing a lot there. Um, so gonna cut this off before I talk all night. Um, Sum it up right now. Gun build Summers. I like it better than the torpedo build. You've got the potential to stagger your torpedo launches, so it's not as critical to constantly have a really high torpedo or really low torpedo reload. Um, you can always hold something back, and so you've got something in your back pocket when you need it. Um, but obviously, um, you know, you don't want to have a completely trash torpedo reload because again, it's your primary source of damage, and it's going to win you the most amount of games. So, just gonna get this video out here for you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Uh, Economy wise, I like what I see. This is more in line with what I'm thinking. Um, XP wise, you're still not going to make as much XP as the tier 9 ships, especially if they've got like the special token camo like Black does that adds 150% XP, 150% to each category for XP, free XP, and commander XP. It's huge camo. If you've got the tokens, I highly recommend looking into investing into that camo if you have black. It's amazing. Um, so that's it. I'm done. I just forgot about that one last little thing. Talk about the economy. If you got any questions, comments, leave them below. Hope you're having a good night. Talk to you later.